What is going on, guys? I'm Consumer Tech Review, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Womier K660, an extreme RGB keyboard that is absolutely awesome. I'm going to do an unboxing for you guys, and then I'm going to go over the pros and the cons of this keyboard and my real life experience that I've had with it. And if at any point during the video you guys want to pick up this exact same keyboard, I'll have a banggood.com link below that is a little bit cheaper than the one on Amazon, but I'll also have Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. It's a little bit more expensive on Amazon, it's a little cheaper on Banggood, but Amazon will probably be faster. I thought I would give you both of them. But let's jump into the unboxing. This is the timestamp that you can skip it if you want to. All right, guys, unboxing the Womier K660. This thing looks really cool. I think it's called the K660. I honestly know almost nothing about this, except that it's like clear, translucent, and the RGB is supposed to be crazy. So let's unbox this thing. They got some stats on it, but I'm not gonna read those. We'll save that for a review. Opening this thing up. Okay, we got some stuff there. No one cares about that. Let's get the keyboard out. Right away. Doesn't feel bad. Ooh. Okay. Now that's a different keyboard. I like it. You can literally see the PCB back there. You got the rubber. They're smooth. Not a big deal. Fits the theme. Really cool. Look at the back. Everything. You can see the switches. Very good. Now I'm pretty sure these are black switches, pretty sure, but they don't feel linear. They feel like brown switches. They feel actually really good, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it does not say what type of switch it is. It's obviously a USB-C, which is super sick. I actually got some brand new USB-C capable things. Oh yeah, it is a brown switch. Okay, it feels like a brown switch. I'm pretty certain these are actually Gateron browns. Not sure if they're optical, or pretty sure that they're brown switches. Let's see if we can just, yeah, we can just pull one of those off right there. Now, right away, it actually looks like the RGB is on the bottom instead of the top, which it normally is. Yeah, so these are Gaterons. You can see that right there. These are Gateron brown switches, and they feel really good. Obviously, Gaterons are definitely higher quality than a lot of switches out there. Let's do a sound test really quick. Now, one thing that I can tell you right away that I don't like is the back is not raised up enough for me. I just don't like it as flat. However, not a big deal. I just usually like it a little bit more raised up. Not a huge deal. I kind of like how it's just open there. Now I can't see a problem. This is pretty in there. The USB-C is pretty in there. I sound like a 12-year-old. It's like pretty recessed inside the plastic, so it might be a problem for most cables to get in there. It even looks like this one might have a hard time. Let's see. Yeah, this cable can barely get to the USB-C in there. That's kind of ridiculous. However, yeah, it gets in there, but it's like tilting it up a little bit. Now that is kind of a problem because you want like a lot of customizability in a keyboard like this, and it might be a little bit hard with that. However, I can see a fix right now. Since this is all kind of a bare bones thing with awesome RGB throughout it, I'm literally probably just going to cut the bottom off, and that'll completely solve the problem. Because you have enough clearance on the top, just not on the bottom. So I'll probably just take a hacksaw to that or something and then sand it down. But the moment you guys have been waiting for, let's get this thing plugged in. And then we're gonna have to close the blinds on the window and the light back here. Okay, so this RGB is with the window completely open. The blinds have not been shut yet. This thing looks way cooler than I was expecting it to look. I'm gonna be straight honest with you guys. All right, so down here, it has some side, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. It has side printed commands, which is really cool with a smaller keyboard like this. Kind of a 60%, right? It's like a 66%, I guess. So it's got the arrow keys, which is fantastic because I edit a lot and I like to have number pads. All of these are smooth on top. All of the keys are smooth on top. Now I'm noticing right now, so they are bottom mounted like I expected, but it's actually not getting as much as the keys as it is the actual deck of the thing, which is kind of the whole purpose of this keyboard, which is cool. It's very cool. However, you can see even the tops of the keys are a little bit dim. But to show this even more, let's close this window blind. Okay, with it being dark, I thought this thing was gonna look kind of cheesy, kind of eh, but holy smokes, does this thing just look awesome. Holy smokes, that's an interesting thing. I don't know why I said that, but it looks so cool. You can literally see through the PCB. Oh my god, that is so cool. This is an extremely unique keyboard, and this is gonna be very fun to mod, put a new cable on it. It's got the USB-C. It's super bright, and you can see it just glows on the desk. This is definitely going to be in a setup very soon, and definitely with some modded out putting keycaps. But take it away. future consumer tech review with the actual review.
And guys, we are back. Now the Womier K660, this thing, wow, such a cool keyboard, man. All right, so let's talk about the biggest feature right off the bat. It's the RGB. So first of all, there is no steel plating on this thing. It is just the PCB, the switches, the keycaps, and it's all inside of this like triple acrylic stuff. It's all clear. It has an opacity to it, but it's almost clear. It's really, really cool. I thought it was gonna be kind of dumb when I first saw it, and then I got it in hand and it was like, wow, this thing actually looks clean. Now, there is two sections to the RGB. There's basically the ring around it, which is not really a ring, it's just the RGB around it. And then there's actually the keys themselves. So you can turn off either one of them and just have one part of them on. So you can turn off the ring around it, or you can turn off the keycaps themselves. You can change the colors or whatever they're doing. You can have a rainbow around the edge. You can have just static color in the middle, rainbow around the edge, or pink or breathing, whatever. And it actually makes a really clean, awesome looking effect because you can have different waves or breathing or something, and they all mix together, and it's really fun to mix and match those to something that you like. And all of the keyboard controls can be done on keyboard. They come with a little manual that shows you all the different shortcuts on the keyboard to do that, and it's quite easy to do. Next pro is their Gateron switches on this baby. So you get Gaterons. I have Gateron Browns in this, which I highly recommend because Gateron Browns are very nice, but it's hot swappable. It is hot swappable with 3-pin and 5-pin switches. So who is this keyboard made for? It's made for keyboard enthusiasts or starter enthusiasts. Now, you're gonna get this thing and you're not gonna be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So if you're not a big enthusiast and you just like the way it looks, don't worry, it's plug and play, you plug it in, you're ready to go. However, it's hot swappable, it's got Gaterons in it, it's an awesome looking keyboard. You could just unscrew the base, take the PCB out, and put it in whatever case you want. You can make a custom one, whatever you want. That's why this keyboard is so cool. So I told you it has USB-C connectivity, which is fantastic, obviously. However, there is a little con, and that is the actual USB-C is straight off the PCB. Like you can literally see the PCB on it, which is not a con. I think it's really cool and it matches the whole style of the keyboard. However, the lip on the bottom plate of the acrylic is so far out and so close to the USB-C that only really thin USB-C cables can get in there, which the one that they provided barely got in there. And the custom one that I have on there right now from Asceni, quite good cables, check them out, I'll also link those below. I'll have a full review on that. However, they're a little bit thick and they could barely get in there. So to get around this, I literally just took a file and filed it down. It took me about 2 minutes. It's not a big deal and it's so easy to do. However, if you guys are like scared, you don't want to do something, it's not a big deal. Literally just take a file, file it down, and it makes this keyboard perfect. You can put any cable you want into it, but that's the nice thing with this keyboard. You can just customize it however you want to. Now moving on to my least favorite part of this keyboard, and that is, and it's understandable because this is kind of like an enthusiast grade thing, how you're supposed to customize it yourself and everything. There's no flip up risers on the back, which is totally understandable because it's clear and that would just be hard, but I wish that they would have included like some like long rubber pads that you could put on the back, even that you could just switch out, but it's a little bit pointed forwards instead of pointed up a bit. And it's not a big deal. It's just that every other keyboard I have it tilted up a bit. So it's not like, definitely not a deal breaker, but it's just a little bit annoying and you do have to get used to it in the beginning if that's how you use your keyboards. If every keyboard you get is always just laying flat on the desk, this won't even affect you at all. But if you're someone like me that always has them tilted up, it's definitely something to consider. Now I know some of you guys are gonna ask me how it is for gaming, and I mean, it's a bare bones keyboard, so it's great for gaming. It's just got Gateron switches, which are really awesome. I like the browns, but you can also get them in Gateron reds or whatever you want. I think you can get them in blacks too. And obviously you can get them in blues. However, if you're gonna get Gaterons, and if you want the tactile feel, I definitely suggest going with the browns instead of the blues. Blues are great, but browns are really where it's at. But guys, there's not a whole lot to talk about in this keyboard. It's awesome. Is it gimmicky? Absolutely not. It's so freaking cool. The RGB glows everything. Literally, when I'm sitting in my desk, there's more light coming off of the keyboard than the screen, and that's a 400 nit Alienware behind me, and it's 27 inches. It's bright and it's so good, and it will definitely upgrade your setup because it'll create this focal point like you can't imagine. It's so cool. If you're gonna get this keyboard, obviously get a custom cable, because the white one that they give with you, just the USB-C white cable, is not a big deal. However, if you're gonna get it, upgrade it with some Asceni frickin' custom coil cables. So good. This was not sponsored. They just sent me like 4 packs of their cables, and they're honestly just really good, and they look really good with this keyboard. Looking back on it, I would have put the white instead of the blue, but it looks pretty dang good. So guys, again, if you do want to go check out the Womier K660, it is fantastic. And did I mention it still has arrow keys? So it's like technically not a 60% keyboard. It's like whatever, 66 keys, K660, makes sense. But if you do want to go pick it up, there's a banggood.com link below that you can pick it up there for a little bit less expensive, although it takes a little bit more time to ship. Or if you just want it really quick and you want it from Amazon, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you like gaming tech reviews and tech reviews in general, I do so many of them. It's ridiculous. You'll enjoy it. It won't be annoying though, so just hit that subscribe button. If you want to check out my last video, it'll be somewhere here, or maybe it won't be, who knows. This was Consumer Tech Review, and we are about to hit 20,000 subs. We are literally less than 200 subs away from 20,000. It feels like yesterday we hit 10,000. We're doing it big. Get your merch and support the channel. CTR, in tech we trust. The merch drop. Guys, go check it out. Go pick it up. It'll be below in the merch thingy, merch bar shelf, they call it. But go check it out if you really do want to support the channel. It costs quite a bit of money to run a tech channel. So if you do want to go support the channel, get some In Tech We Trust CTR hoodies down below. This was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys later.